Hello, my name is Dr. John Duncan, and I want to talk to you a little bit about drugs in the brain. We're going to have an overview and a summary of what we've covered so far. I am retired from the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics, where I was chief agent. I'm also a clinical professor in psychiatry at the medical school at OU. All drugs of abuse reduce the activity involvement of the frontal lobe of the brain. This is the part that does our thinking for us. And so we have less cognitive control, more impulsiveness, poor problem-solving abilities, goal attainment, and poor mental self-management. That leaves the limbic area. Mostly automatic behavior, fight or flight, brute emotions, reactive life. It becomes your boss. The limbic area is ruled by the amygdala. The amygdala is that which gives emotion, that part of the brain that gives emotion and emotional content and behavioral reactions. It becomes more active while the higher brain functions become less active. You can see here, this is a close-up of an amygdala, and it connects with the hypothalamus, the brainstem, and the cerebral cortex with automatic responsive behavioral reactions and emotional experiences. That means that we're very responsive to our environment. We have a learned or innate threat. It hits the sensory systems, goes to the amygdala, goes right into a response. We don't have a critical assessment of that. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux called this the low road, as opposed to the high road, which involves thinking. The low road is just pure emotional responses to what's going on around you. This part of the brain begins to control your life with every one of the drugs of abuse. Of course, the stronger drugs actually cause it to happen more. But every one of these drugs also overstimulate the mesolimbic dopamine pathway, which creates the positive symptoms of psychosis, paranoia, fear, panic, mood swings, brute emotional reactions, anger, depression, and anxiety. It also recalibrates the seeking system of the brain, which compulsively drives towards drugs, confusing this process with survival behavior, so craving drug use. Meth and cocaine overstimulates this limbic area and leads to schizophrenic-like symptoms. You'll see this in their behavior. People who use these drugs will tend to be this way. We've seen that PCP sedates most of the brain except for the mesolimbic pathway. So people have psychotic episodes, but they can't feel pain and they're in a delirium. It makes a very dangerous suspect. Opioids pretty much just make you stoned. They slow down the entire brain, downregulate everything. Very few heroin addicts get much accomplished in life. And we saw LSD blocking serotonin 5-HTA receptors. It disrupts the thalamus, the switching station of the brain, and it overstimulates all of the brain regions. Sensory overload. And finally, with marijuana, overall slowdown of the brain activities, particularly in the cortical areas, the thinking parts, and the hippocampus is downregulated. Hippocampus is associated with memory indexing and storing memories, and also giving us a context of space and time.